BZ, that sweatshirt look like honey mustard. Honey mustard might be low-key one of the top 3 sauces.
Yeah.
But the only problem is it only is good for specific things.
You know what?
Barbecue sauce is more universal, but honey mustard and
just
chicken. But it's like the best marriage.
All honey mustard ain't created equal.
I have to be in the mood for honey mustard.
Ken's Steakhouse honey mustard is the best.
Dope. Get your mic.
Tahir, do they have the best buttermilk ranch?
No, they do not.
Is there any sauces that work with chicken and beef and turkey?
Barbecue.
Wingstop and Jack in the Box.
Barbecue
Peri
sauce.
sauce.
Yeah, meatloaf.
Jack in the Box doesn't refrigerate the ranch anymore, though. Wait, what?
They don't?
Why not?
It just be out. It needs to get crusty. The past couple times in Jack in the Box.
Sauces do just be in drawers.
Yeah.
I don't. What Jack in the Box do you go to though?
I go to variable ones. I can a lot.
Ah, see.
Barbecue sauce, I think either barbecue sauce or ranch is the most universal sauce.
But barbecue sauce don't be used on beef that much.
Tabasco?
Yeah,
I mean, like
barbecue
hot
chicken.
sauce.
They got like
I
a
put barbecue sauce on a
a
sandwich
Texas
one time,
barbecue?
and it was good.
Yeah.
I've had a barbecue
turkey
chicken
sandwich.
salad and they use barbecue
No,
dressing.
beef. He's saying beef.
Beef.
Oh, like they have
Just
Texas burgers?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
burgers, but
That's beef.
Yeah.
yeah, but like it's not like a dipping sauce like that.
Are you talking about dipping?
Yeah.
But why
You
would
don't
you
really
dip steak?
beef. You don't really dip beef and stuff.
You really don't. But you put ketchup and
You
stuff
out
on
here
a
dipping
burger?
beef and stuff?
I don't think so.
Yes, he is.
French dip.
What? French dip. That's dip beef, but that probably wouldn't be good in barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that's different though.
I was just saying that to disprove what you were trying to do.
Barbecue sauce
Yeah,
also
no
works as a salad dressing.
It is. Yeah,
The
I had a
barbecue
barbecue
chicken
chicken
ranch?
salad. Yeah.
That
I hate that. I hate when they do that.
Why?
Barbecue chicken salad?
Barbecue chicken salad. When they get too creative with the
good.
salads, I'd be like, bruh.
That's
relax.
not
Oh,
really
like you
creative.
eating a whole bunch of salads anyway.
I do, but just keep me at a cob, man.
You got a bucket of chicken hat on.
You're Run DM Chunky. Wait.
Yo, low key though, if you look at the calories on a Cobb salad with all the dressing,
It'd be just as
It's
much
not
as
you
a
can just
burger
eat a
Same as a
burger
or a
burger.
instead.
pizza. Yeah.
And it's not even as filling, which is so stupid.
Right.
We used to go to Yard House all the time, remember ADD, and they finally put the calories on there. And I was like, bro, this salad is 1,200 calories.
more than
the
that.
bacon cheeseburger is like
That
800.
changed my whole outlook
Right.
on eating healthy. I thought I was eating healthy every time I just ate salad, period. And then they started being like,
Bro,
well,
the
if you use
dressing
sauce-
be
Dressing,
crazy.
cheese. I've been hearing just
The
terrible
things
things
that
about
make
cheese.
the salad good.
Cheese.
Dressing, cheese,
Cheese
meat.
apparently is the devil. It's like snot. That's all it is.
Mucus. I mean, it's mucus in it, but I mean,
cheese is
it's
yummy, though.
It's
You
like
eat
delicious.
butt.
like that.
Yeah.
But cheese is where you draw the line.
Can't do the cheese.
Pork butt.
But
Welcome to another episode of Versus. This is the SquADcast. We got the squad in the building.
Hey.
we already
Yeah.
talked about eating butt.
3 minutes in.
Straight to the
3
point.
minutes.
Kevin got the fear guys on. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Different, bro.
Different lifestyle.
Woo. You
See,
can't
I
get
felt-
those for under $1,000.
You can. I got them for under $1,000. I don't have that kind
Those
of
are
money.
How'd you do it? You
$1,000
showed him your boobs?
Those were $1,000?
$700
Why?
because they're
Are they
limited
Nikes?
edition.
What kind of shoe?
They're Nike, broke boy.
They ugly.
I have a fear
I
of
like
that
'em.
price tag.
They're ugly.
That's
Oh my God.
that's a lot.
700?
Hey, let
They
me
don't
tell
even
they
y'all.
look
were
like
Christmas
nothing.
gift.
Oh, so you didn't buy them?
No, my
Okay.
wife bought
They
them.
came out of the
My
account,
wife
though.
bought them. Now, here's a funny thing about this: when you have a joint account, are you really buying your spouse a gift?
No.
No.
It's like it's all.
She bought you a gift with y'all money.
That's what I'm saying. It's still the thought that
That's why you
counts.
got to have
The
separate
thought,
accounts.
yeah.
Nah,
I
it,
have
depends-
separate accounts, but she bought.
it depends
these
on if it was
joint
delivered
Oh.
to your house or not. If she went out and got it, then she got it. But if it was delivered, it was just like, I could have clicked that.
accounts. So I
It ain't
got her
like she was
that.
watching it go down online.
That's funny. I
went
got
to
my wife
StockX.
that hoodie thing that you were wearing. a
What's
couple
the
episodes.
reviews?
Pat, probably top 3 gifts I've ever given. her.
Really?
Bruh, she
Oh, the
wears
Snuggie.
it
The blanket
in the,
Snuggie hoodie?
she
It's
takes
fire.
It to the, for the movies, she loves it.
Women do be cold.
Women
All
be
the time. Women be
especially-
cold.
I'm cold right
Women be cold.
That's one thing that we should have talked about
Did
when we
you
talk
know
about
that?
relationships
What?
because you got to find somebody that you can go to sleep with, right? Like some people need it super
You
hot.
cannot.
The temperature
You cannot.
difference?
I got to have that ceiling fan on.
Did you know
fam.
that most
What?
buildings are set to men's temperatures? That's why women be cold.
Yeah.
What's men's temperatures?
So men apparently are a little bit higher,
We
or
run
they
hot.
prefer a certain temperature. I don't know exactly what the number is.
It's like
Oh, it is
68.
a man
68,
and woman
68 for me.
Colder, yeah.
I keep the house at 68 all the time. That's what I like.
Oh yeah, you be in the cold, damp cave.
I love it.
What's
I love
your
it.
number? What's your number that you prefer the house at?
Oh, like 65 if I could.
Colder than 68?
Yeah.
I
Why
love.
is
I
that?
love to have to be like.
I love to bundle up.
in the cover.
I
I thought I was the only person
That
like
is
that.
That's
No.
actually a good
So
time.
I love
stupid.
that.
I hate
Would you
that.
rather be hot or would you rather be cold?
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Y'all want to
now.
do that? We're going to
Let's do
switch
that
it up.
right now.
Let's-
All right, man. So we had a whole list of things that we're going to do today, but we're going to switch it up right there. We're going to go with, would you rather be hot or cold?
I can't be hot. As a fat dude, I always felt hot. I always felt like I used to feel like I was sweating in the swimming pool. Like I was always.
Wait,
Sweating
what?
in the
I used to feel
swimming
like I
pool?
was sweating in the swimming pool.
I just started
When it's
swimming.
hot outside,
If
I
you're-
guess
Yeah,
you can't.
like-
if you are swimming hard enough, you can
I
definitely
always
sweat
be
in the
hot,
pool.
and bro, I just
What?
it's just
Yes.
nothing about being hot that I ever like. Like you just be sweaty, and as a big
No
dude,
reason. And nothing you can do about
a
it.
fat dude told me that like a long time ago. He said you can be the fat dude, just don't be the fat funky dude.
Yeah.
So like you can't be
You
like
said that like a wise man story.
You
That man once told me.
you shouldn't be the skinny funky dude
No,
either.
I'm
Just
saying-
for a frame
No,
of
so when
reference.
it's hot
It shouldn't be
outside
funky.
in the summertime, like, sometimes I'll take 3 showers in a day, bro.
I can see
should.
that.
You
It's
need to
deep,
start
bro.
using powder.
I would say this because
That
the whole
powder in them creases.
the whole sweating thing while you swimming, like my friends we rented a house in Vegas in July, right? Some of our friends, it was one of our friends'
Sweating
birthday,
in the pool.
and he had never been to Vegas before. So we're like, all right, man, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna walk the strip, all of that, bro.
The chicken
it was
strip.
that too. I'm not above it.
That's walking on the getting drunk.
It was like 90 degrees.
Love Vegas.
You got a chicken strip in a paper bag. Yeah, you really
boy,
can't.
man.
You're
Tough day at the office.
You can't be too careful.
not supposed to really be walking around with these. I got a 40 ounce of big chicken breast.
It was like 90 degrees at like 9:15.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay.
Vegas might have been one of the hottest cities ever. But
Oh
then
my
at night
God.
it gets stupid cold.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
but not in the summer. Like between July and August, in the summer it was still 88 degrees at 11
Wait,
o'clock.
wait,
at
but
night.
I'd rather
disgusting.
take desert heat over humid heat.
I
any
can't
day.
Oh
do
my
humidity.
God.
I cannot do humidity.
Desert heat's way
Humidity
better.
We
is
went to
the
Miami.
worst.
I used to always want to like go to Miami. I could never live in Miami because of the
It's
humidity.
so
It's
the
too
air
You
much.
want to
too
live in
thick.
Miami.
Oh, damn, man.
thought-
Really?
That was a healthy chuckle, Pat. You could have given more.
It was like
Let
a-
me tell you what, though. I'd rather take 110 degrees in Vegas
Uh-huh.
than 85 degrees in Atlanta, humid.
Because it
Or
confuses
Houston,
you. It's like
or
your body's
Florida.
like, are we
Hell,
hot?
New York.
I don't know.
New York
New York
gets
gets
super
humid
humid
too,
too.
yeah.
Like you get
It's on
that
the
back
wall.
sweat, the shirt starts sticking to you. Ah, man,
You
it's
get
killing
that
me
back
now.
sweat regardless.
But see, this is the thing, though. I say that I'd rather be cold than hot, but I can never live on the East Coast.
Yeah.
That's the weird
that's
thing.
for real
I need
cold.
California cold.
Well, here's the
Here's
thing.
what I hate.
Here's the
Y'all-
thing about being cold. Like, at least with being cold, you can layer up.
That-
When you
Yes.
go outside and it's
Yeah.
snow outside,
can
you
only
can put
get
an
so naked.
underground, you can put tank top,
Only
long
get
johns.
there's
dress,
only
you
so
can
much
dress
can
way
do.
better when it's cold.
Yes.
Way better.
Yeah.
And
You
I'm
got
more
layers.
comfortable when I'm like between freezing and sweaty and burning up. Like freezing is a little bit more comfortable.
And I feel like when you're too hot, it affects your mood more than being too
Oh,
cold.
I get
Yes.
irritable.
I
And
am
it's,
very.
it's even proven that you can't sleep when it's too hot. When it's too cold, though, your body actually is in optimal like sleep mode. Because I prefer it a little warmer. Like in my house, I prefer it to be like 75 degrees.
Oh my God,
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
But
Sahara.
my
It's
fiance,
a
desert.
Wait. So when my fiance had his own house, he used to have it at 65 degrees, and I would go over there and be like, "Y'all put some clothes on. Like this is too
10-degree
cold."
difference in a relationship is
That
a
is
lot.
so, like I wanted
What's
to
the
fight.
degree?
The
So
difference
then-
between 65 and 75 is
it's
a huge
humongous.
difference.
Yeah.
It's humongous. And then I would like gently tap it up to like a happy medium at 70. He'd be like, "It is hot in here."
It's
I'm
hot,
like,
Listen,
man.
me and my wife.
Get you a house coat, man.
I did no. I have a house coat on. I have some socks and house shoes. I still be cold. I'm just a woman. Women are cold.
My wife, even if it's hot, she has to have the blanket on. She'd rather have the full blanket on and then turn the fan on before she'll just take the blanket off.
Yep,
She
same.
cannot
I'm
sleep
the
with
same
the
way.
blanket. No.
Yeah.
If it's hot, bro, I'd be like, get everything off me.
I can't
Get
sleep
the
without a
off.
blanket. It's weird. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
Yeah, I don't
can,
get
but
good sleep
I
unless I'm
like
under
just-
something.
But there's it's something so dope about when it's cold, when it's raining outside. You just get up in there and just.
Oh my
That's the
God,
best.
that's the
Yeah,
best
I
when you
love
have
it.
the temperature set where you have to get under something.
But also, the winter sucks, though.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I can never
Like,
live in the
generally, as a season,
Right.
winter sucks.
Why?
Well, wait,
I
we're
don't
used
love
to LA
it.
Not
winter,
out
which
here.
ain't really
Not
winter.
in LA, but in
not in LA, but I've lived in other places
Me too.
where it sucks.
It does.
They said like Seattle is like one of the most depressed cities in the world because it just rains.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah,
It can
but it's
affect
never
your
really
mood.
cold there, but it rains. When I was in college, it rained for 40 days straight, no sunlight.
Oh my gosh.
40,
No sunlight?
No, every day is gray. The same gray, not
you know they
brighter
link
gray.
that to depression too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's
Seattle
no vitamin
has-
D on your skin.
Yes, Seattle has one of the highest rates of seasonal affective disorder in the nation,
Right.
and people be eating ice cream a lot when it rains a lot.
You have seasoned salt affective disorder.
That was a good
You can
setup.
always tell when you say something.
quiet. He gets real
DoBoy, he doesn't hear anything else. He's
I'm
just
just
waiting for the time to
Waiting for everyone to be quiet.
tell the joke.
Season sucks.
But activities-wise, hot weather activities are more fun than
Yeah.
cold weather activities.
Like,
Jet skiing,
Yeah.
going to the beach.
Yeah.
When we went camping with the squad and it got cold that night, it was the worst. The ground is harder when it's cold.
It
It's
is.
just like hot cocoa and all that stuff. It's such a small time. Like being at the pool, when we were young and poor, we'd be at the pool from dusk till dawn.
Yeah,
No
black.
money necessary.
Getting black.
You're not staying outside in the winter.
But how's that?
No.
No
This is
bugs
a hard
in the
one.
winter
This is actually a little bit more
during
That's the
cold,
good
Huh?
part.
Like
There's no
the summer
mosquitoes.
brings the mosquitoes and the June bugs and all of that, flies, all that. It's no bugs in the winter though.
That
You don't
is
have to
true.
worry about that.
Where do flies go in the winter?
they
They
die?
fly south for the
Oh,
winter.
they kind of do
Wait,
that.
But where do
Where
they?
they
birds.
Okay,
Where do
but
they come
then
back from?
when it gets hot, how do
Oh,
they?
maybe
just
they
start?
migrate.
The larva
Maybe
unthaws,
they
I guess.
fly.
I don't know, but
No,
there ain't
maybe
no
they
fly.
fly
The
from like the
larva
hotter areas.
unthaws?
They fly back.
I said that, and I'm
What?
sticking with it.
With the
That's how.
do they
That's
go,
how.
though?
Listen, that's
I
how.
don't know.
You ain't never shoot a fly in the rain.
That's what.
You don't never shoot a fly in the rain. That's never happened.
So do flies look outside like it's raining? I'm taking the day off. Your poop is safe
Yeah.
today.
That's how you know somebody's house was nasty in St. Louis. Where I'm from. If you went over their house and they had flies in the wintertime, you'd be like, fam, it's trifling over here.
that has to be true.
Flies in the
What?
winter?
flies indoors.
Yeah.
That house must be. Ooh.
No bugs really be outside in the winter.
Right.
They all kind of just take it off.
Where do they go?
But there's the.
Worms be out.
But see, that's the thing. though.
Worms be no. They wait till it's done raining.
yeah.
And they do.
Where y'all bugs be
Where
at?
do worms be at?
Under what?
Under
Underground,
the
I guess.
ground.
Well, I don't ever just be seeing them though.
Because
But that's weird. Do they hear it raining? They're like, all right,
There we go.
it's
That's what they do.
party time.
I don't know because I like the rain, but then there's not much to do in it though. But be in the house and
All
eat.
you can do is get out of the rain.
Exactly.
That's a little. But in
There is
Seattle,
nothing
you
to
have
do
to
in
do
the
everything
rain.
in the rain.
But I get highly
canceled.
irritable when
Nothing
I'm
gets
hot.
canceled when it's rained.
That's like the only weather where there's nothing to do.
Rain?
Yeah.
Oh man, we did everything in the rain in Seattle.
I guess
You
tornado.
have to, yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do anything
Yeah,
if
if you
you
waited.
waited.
Yeah.
for it
Playing
not to
football in
rain.
the rain is super fun.
Is it?
Yeah,
You be
it
sliding
is.
all over.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. Oh
Tackle
yeah,
football in the rain?
absolutely.
That sounds awful.
It
You
does
guys
sound awful.
That was fun.
Pat, you can't tackle people.
Gatorade commercial type of shit.
You ain't never played
Pat,
football? You never
have
played
you
tackle
ever,
football?
Pat,
I
have you
played-
ever played sports like that?
I was on played
Not
basketball up
lacrosse.
until 9th grade.
Pat stole the ball from me when we played.
and then I was
haven't
I was
played
on the
since.
football team in my high school.
Wait,
What
were
position
you?
did you play?
Kicker?
Well, I
Water
tried
boy.
to do quarterback, but they were like, "Eek, eek." And then I was a
You
wide
played
receiver.
football in
They're
high
like, you
school?
should
Did you
catch
catch
it.
the ball?
Wait, you
Yeah.
ran?
You got a completion?
Yeah, I got completion.
You just don't look like a
I was
completion type of guy.
I was like hella third string though. I didn't play that much.
Clearly you were that. I know that.
Pat was playing. Pat was playing the
never a
piano on the
But
sideline.
here's what happened. I got hit so hard once. I was like, I should play the piano.
And you get hit like.
I just remember like there was one practice where they were like, all right guys, full contact, and the guy we were doing a
Wait, this
kickoff
was
return.
in practice?
This was practice.
Oh
and
my
the guy
gosh.
across from me, he was like, yeah, he started hitting himself and like, yeah. And then he hit me out of bounds. I think I was like towards the middle of the field too. I don't know how it happened, but I woke up several hours later.
Wait,
you
did
weren't
you-
even on the field?
Did you have the ball when he hit you? Or was
No!
he was just proving the point.
You just knocked the
It
pom
was a
poms out of
kick-
your hand.
It was a That was another one he was waiting for. That was another one he was waiting for.
I was just like,
He didn't have the ball. He was just proving a point.
No, it was
The
a
guy
kickoff
scored a
return.
touchdown. He was like, "Yeah, but I hit."
No, it was a kickoff return, so it was really just a block. He just, goes, "Duh!" He just kept me up. Duh. I was like, piano.
piano.
Woke up playing.
They're
Quatrain,
like, Patrick, get back in there. They're like, he's in the piano lab. I don't know what
Cut
he's.
to Pat Hidden Temple EP coming out.
I was like, well, where's the key of get me the fuck out of here?
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's
so
funny.
I was sportical when I was younger, you know.
All right.
Man, but being cold does also suck though, man.
It does.
Like when your toes are so cold or like your
Yeah.
toes are
Yeah.
wet. Like so my kids wanted to go because they
Wet feet.
spent most of their
Another level.
winters here. They're like, man, it never feels like Christmas here. Like
Yeah.
it never
Yeah.
gets snow. So I took them to Toronto for Christmas like 3 years ago.
Skipped everything.
Bruh,
Straight
they
to-
were like, okay,
We
never mind.
hate it.
I said,
Really?
oh, it
Wow.
was negative like 5 degrees.
That's ridiculous.
Negative
cold,
30
though.
wind chill. We went to Niagara Falls that day.
You couldn't have let them warm up to
Bro,
snow.
Nah,
Side
you
note.
want cold, huh? That's what you asked
Took him
for?
to Antarctica.
Well,
So Isaiah was drinking a hot chocolate. I'm gonna let you finish though. And he
froze?
spilled it, and it fell down, and it just stopped.
Oh, wow.
Frozen on his jacket.
That
It
is
didn't even
cold.
dribble all the way down. It froze right here.
People in Toronto don't even like Christmas. Big
Bruh.
Bear is an hour away.
That's what I was
It's
gonna tell you.
snowy
Big
and
Bear
it's
is
like
very
still
close.
70 degrees.
Yeah,
I
we
was
went to
just
Big Bear
there.
before. I prefer Big Bear to Toronto.
No, you're just a Big Bear, but you should go to Big Bear, California.
I literally thought of that same joke and decided against
You said
it.
it's a place you can go to.
But that's a
But no one.
different.
But DoBoy goes and
You
steals
a
the bear
big bear.
food doesn't work. But you like that. And I literally said DoBoy steals the bear's food, and y'all like, I
don't remember that.
I put it on my channel. They didn't like it. Pat was right. I was like, I'll show him. And they're like, no. Pat was
wait.
right.
Would you rather it be 30 degrees outside or 100 degrees outside?
30.
30.
30's not enough to be bad.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
It's like 100 or
It is
10.
below
Or 0.
freezing.
100 or
freezing
0.
is 27.
No, it's
No,
32.
32.
32.
Why would freezing be?
32 degrees. Is
Why is it
freezing point.
32?
Yes, it is.
It's 32 degrees?
I know it's
You didn't
32,
pay
but
attention.
why
It's
snow in St.
living
Louis?
over 32?
Because
say
under
what?
32
Yeah,
degrees
absolutely.
is
It
big
does?
freeze.
Okay.
So wait, would y'all rather 0 than 100?
Real quick.
I'd
100.
rather.
Nah, I'm doing 0.
Man, I don't know.
I just
Zero.
stay in the
Wow, this
house
was
with the
tougher
zero.
it's tougher, right?
I stay in
feel
the house with the zero,
Okay,
bro.
all things being equal, if you're extremely cold, this is like, whew, it's cold. But when you're extremely hot, there's not enough of this.
And that's nothing's gonna fix it. Right.
Like broken AC versus broken heater. When I had my first apartment, I did not have enough money to use the
I'd
heat.
rather have a
So I would
broken
put
heater.
Socks, pants, hoodie. I had a beanie, and I just slept in
And
my
then
bed.
you can do this and
Yeah.
warm
That's
yourself
fine.
up. But when
But
you're hot,
when I
there's
was in
nothing
El-
worse.
doing that?
When I
No,
was
I'm
in
Like,
saying-
you did this to warm up?
No, I'm saying if you don't
That's
have a
exercise,
heater,
though,
yeah,
boy.
Who was just sitting there trying to get warm? Like, I'm trying to warm up a little bit.
No.
here.
If you have a broken heater and you have all this stuff on and you're still cold, then you would do something to get
But,
warmer. But when it's hot, I remember my first apartment here. I didn't have, because in LA a lot of the apartments don't have
Which is
AC.
ridiculous.
So they don't
Air
have AC.
conditioning at all.
And they put a
in
fan
a lot
on the
of
roof.
apartments, and so
the
like
worst
I
thing
didn't
ever.
know that. My first summer here, I was like, oh, it should be fine, and then it hit like 100 degrees one of those days. I had my head in the freezer and was crying because I was
That's
like,
the worst.
it's too hot.
That's the
It's
thing. Like,
too
I
hot.
can't deal with that.
Nothing you can do.
when I was in El Paso,
And nothing will fix it.
in 10th grade in El Paso, like this heat Meg's talking about, straight dry, my grandmother's AC broke. And it was just like,
Yeah.
there's no relief. You feel like
Yeah.
you're
Right.
in the oven. You could take a cold shower and it don't feel
Don't
cold
do
enough.
Still
Like,
sweat when you get
there's
out.
you're just
Yeah.
unbearable.
Or when you just walk into the house and the AC's broke, or somebody didn't turn the AC on. It's like it compacts the heat
or
inside
getting
the house.
into a hot car in the summer.
Oh, the leather seats.
Oh, you can literally get burned by the seatbelt.
Here's the thing,
This is
though.
different.
If you're cold, if you're cold and like, let's say your heater goes out, if it's a couple of y'all and y'all all sleep in the same room, like the living room closed off the door,
Yeah.
the body heat's gonna stay there,
Yeah.
all of that, like it's gonna get warm in there.
It ain't no
You got
fixing
space
the
in it,
heat, though.
right? But when it's cold, it's hot outside. Like we had the rolling blackouts in Glendale this past summer, and it was like 100, and like everybody was using the AC, so it went up, fam.
I remember that.
Listen, it was 30 minutes into the blackout. I was already checking into a hotel. I was like, I can't.
I
there's
remember that.
No way.
You literally asked me their hotels in my neighborhood. But let me tell you this, and I think this is going to make my decision. Hot sex, cold sex. Hot sex be like,
I
it's
can't.
too hot.
I don't want to do it.
can't.
I'm
can't
good.
even-
You
I'm
dripping
sweating.
sweat in
You're
her
sweating.
eyes.
Yeah.
We're
Bam.
sticky.
Sweaty.
Too much.
Yeah, if it's cold, you're like, oh, we can warm up.
Right,
and set.
right.
But it's hot.
Yeah.
It's just like,
And it's like if
I'm
you
going
hot, you don't
cold.
want to go down there. You know,
And-
all day.
under the blanket, you.
And if it's really hot, you don't want to eat. When it's super duper hot, I don't like eating.
Ice cream when it's
I
super
thought
hot.
I thought you meant.
No. He's always ready for that.
That was very straightforward.
No, but I'm just saying, when it's super,
You don't want to eat the cut. No, that's true.
when it's
Or
super
the
hot,
bud.
I would rather eat like a nice hot bowl of soup when it's cold versus trying to eat something cold to cool
Like
off.
ice cream in the summer? That's good, though.
No,
That
I'm saying
is
I would
good.
rather,
I
when
feel
it's-
like ice cream in the summer is better than soup in the winter.
no.
No.
If it's
not.
super cold and you eat some
No,
soup,
it's not. It's
No,
not.
bro. Ice cream in the
No.
summer is like,
bro,
Same
soup when it's cold,
exact
soup when it's
thing.
cold, bro.
Let me tell you why.
It
It
warms your
It
inside.
Let me tell you why the
It
soup
feels
is better.
so
This
good.
is why the soup is better. Because ice cream, when it's hot, it's gonna be refreshing for that moment, but you're
gonna melt.
immediately
Yes.
thirsty. It's immediately
I
so
don't
you
get
need
thirsty
something.
after I eat ice cream.
What? Who are you, pervert?
I'm Kevin.
No, I get thirsty after ice cream too.
That is a
Yeah,
real.
because it's
That's
milk.
why. Yeah, that's why.
It's
They,
milk.
like if you go to like Yogurt
milky.
Land, that's why they always have like that
They
picture
have
of water
water
right there.
there, yeah.
Because you always get thirsty at the
Yep.
at the
How
ice
fast are
cream.
you eating this ice cream?
Not that fast. That has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do.
This ice cream with a headband on.
That visual is hilarious. But soup in the winter, like a hearty
feels
soup,
so
like a
good.
chowder
I'm
or
not saying
a
soup
chili.
Or
winter's
soup when
not
you're
good.
sick, like and it's
Fire.
cold outside. You just
fire.
Hot
good.
chocolate too. Hot chocolate too.
Oh,
Hot
man.
Hot
chocolate.
chocolate might be better than soup.
All right,
bro.
So we got to wrap it up.
Beef
Joe, what
stew?
you going with?
Stroganoff.
Okay, you're just being fat.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Getting
Lasagna?
an
I'm gonna go
erection.
cold. I'm gonna go cold. I'm gonna go cold. Cause my
Cold, Pat?
Sleeping cold with a big blanket there's nothing better.
That is just the best.
Cold.
Cold. I'm going cold, Meg.
I'm gonna say cold.
Cold.
Oh, it's the first unanimous. That's
Wow,
That's our first
we got
unanimous.
second. Second, we
Oh.
got it with Trevor. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well,
Cold
this is unanimous.
best.
Cold
Body
is-
heat on
Meg,
the
you really
cold.
say cold?
Have it.
Yeah.
I thought
You
for
can
sure
always
Meg
get
was gonna say
warmer.
I
desert.
thought you were just
I
defending
mean,
the
I
other
like
stuff.
it warmer, but again, it's when you put it down to can you get colder or warmer easier? It's easier to get warmer when you're cold.
Well, thanks for
I
giving
say
us
all
a
that, but I
different
say all that,
opinion.
but I
I'm
could
gonna start
never.
doing that.
I could never live in like a snowy place though. So it'd have to be like a. I
Yeah,
can't
because
live
people
in.
will think you're the snowman. You put a carrot, he's
Abominable.
like, carrot, get it away from me. Sausage, yes.
Santa. It's February.
Vacation?
Winter Wonderland is dope though. Like I do like some winter stuff. Like Pat be going.
But
to
Raging
winter,
Waters
Pat
be lit
going
too.
to wintry events. And
We
I be
went to a
like,
water park in Spain.
It was great.
And it was
too.
fire.
But
You
the
know
ground
what the
was
thing?
hot.
You know the
Yeah.
difference between that is vacationing in snow is
Yes.
different than living.
You get to
living in
leave.
snow.
Very true.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Leave.
That is a big. You
Very
get 3
true.
days and
Yes.
you're like, bro. That's one
bad
of the best
enough.
parts of living in LA.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because like Chicago people, when that
Oh
winter's
my
coming, there's
God.
nothing you
Nothing you can do. You gotta take
But we
it
could go to Chicago, and be like, oh my god, and,
and then
go
come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Chicago
sucks to
is
be
a
here.
it's a
See
different
ya.
type because like they right on that lake too. That water
Oh,
comes
yeah.
off that
bro.
wind coming off that water.
I knew Chicago was different. We were the last time I was there. I was driving by and they had these big domes, and I was like, "What's that?" They're like, "That's the salt," and they have it pre-made, like
Yes.
Are they
Why?
ready with the
Yes.
trucks
To
for
salt the
snow. Like
streets.
they
What
can't
does the
shut
salt
for
do
the
to the snow and melt it?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes the freezing point down.
Yeah, because I tell you what, I've been in St. Louis. I think the city shut down.
What?
I was in St. Louis one year when the city shut
Voice was
down for
slipping on
like
some
2
snow.
days because of the winter.
You know how much snow has to be for that to
For the
happen?
shut
though?
a whole city down.
You shouldn't put all those words together.
Yeah.
City shut down is a lot for
You know, you
Yes.
knew that
So
wasn't
let's
gonna
say
work.
city closed. Because you can't do that. You
City
can't.
shut down because of a snowstorm 2 days in St.
That
Louis.
is
when I
a
was there.
tongue twister. The city shut down due to the
City shut down
snowstorm.
due to a
Did
snowstorm.
it.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Before we move on to the next topic, man, let's take a quick break.
Cool.
What's up, fellas? It's your boy Tahir more, and I'm here to tell you something. Put away your old cologne. All right, all the stuff that you were wearing in high school, the Polo Blue, the Dracar Noir. I don't know why I always say Dracar Noir. I think it's just because it's fun to say Dracar Noir. But it's not fun to wear. Okay, nobody likes you wearing that. Your friends won't tell you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But I'm going to tell you the real. I got to keep it real with you. What you need to do is go holler at the good people over at Hawthorne. Why? Because they're going to give you a 2-minute quiz that's going to tell them everything they need to know about 2 cents for you. What 2 cents? Well, 1 for work, 1 for play. Both of them about that business. You see what point I'm trying to make is no other company cares this much about who you are. They want to know when you go out, what type of person are you? Or the life of the party? You like to sit back and relax. And when you do go out, where do you go? Do you go to clubs? Do you go to lounges? Do you go to bars? They take that information and craft you a scent. Not just that, you also can get deodorant. You can get lotion. You can get body wash. You can get a bar soap. You can get all of these things custom for you, just the way you like to smell. And you don't have to worry about it because it's risk-free. You get free shipping and free returns. What's better than that? I'll tell you what's better than that. Using our code. All you have to do is go to hawthorne.co. That's HAWTHORNE.co and enter in our code SQUADD. That's SquADD, and you get 10% off your first purchase. That's right, 10% off your first purchase. That's on us. You're welcome. Again, that website is hawthorne.co. That's HAWTHORNE.co and use the discount code SQUADD, SQUADD. You're welcome.
All right, going on to our next topic, we have Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon.
This might be the most difficult one we've had.
Not for me. It's easy. Nickelodeon. Period.
No, wait. Are you just saying it because of the nostalgia that you have with Nickelodeon?
Because
or do you
I
still
mean,
feel that
over
way?
the years, like the shows that were on there have always been great, and there's always been a diversity of shows. Whereas Cartoon Network to me is like more adultish type of cartoons.
That's what makes it kind of dope, though.
No,
got
when
a
you
lot
were
of young ones.
younger,
Whoa,
wait
whoa,
a
whoa.
minute.
Johnny Bravo.
Dexter's
wait,
Laboratory.
wait,
I know, but
let
those
her
are
finish,
still.
I'm
Those are
finna
still.
destroy her argument
Because
right
hold
now.
on, because for Nickelodeon, you kids starting as early as like 3 or 4. They have certain time brackets for that. Cartoon
thing.
Network don't have no 3 or 4-year-old time bracket.
They do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They
No,
got
they
the
don't
Lego
really have
show.
them.
They don't.
Oh,
That's
like
not
a
for
Nick-
3 or
like a Nick
4-year-olds.
Jr.?
That's for
Yeah,
like
they don't
6,
have,
7,
like-
8.
Yeah, they don't really.
They don't have nothing for
Meg
little
is
babies.
thinking about for a parent. Like
Listen,
her
they
baby
got-
gotta have
what
something to
you-
watch.
they got-
Yeah, because I need him to watch stuff so I can go do stuff.
But he
And
has
he can't-
YouTube. We're talking about old school classics.
Well, even still with that,
I feel
even
like the
back in the
top-
day, there was early in the morning. They do that for toddlers. They have toddler type of shows because they know that the toddlers are home typically, and then they switch over to the school age
But
children
wait,
because they
like-
get back from school, and then at night they have more of like the all that and all that kind of stuff at night
But
for the older
Nickelodeon
kids.
also had the Double Dare show, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That was for
back
the
in the
older
day.
kids, and that
They
happened
had a
at
lot of
like 4
live
p.m.
action.
Salute your
And
shorts.
Magellan's Castle.
And Roundhouse, y'all remember
Alex
all
Mack.
that. Alex
But they
Mack.
also had Our Real Monsters, where they was like really showing Ren and Stimpy, where they was showing
Ren and
movies and all
Stimpy.
types
That
of
was
that.
late.
Rocco's
Trash.
Modern
I did
Life.
not like Ren
where
and
they
Stimpy.
had
Like Ren
and
it was a
Stimpy
it was a character named
Stimson
Helper.
J. Cut. That was
Yeah, it was a lot
Ren
of
and Stimpy.
to
really
I know,
do
but that
this?
was later at night when the older kids were supposed to be going around that time frame. But that's what I'm saying. They made programming around the clock for different age groups. But Cartoon Network, I think they probably start at like 9 or 10 years old. And
I
they
don't care about no
have
baby
anything-
programming.
Shut up, you ugly too.
Jeez. I think to really do this, we have to do it the way they pick. You know how like they do those memes with NBA players and they do a mix of them and they say
right,
who would
because
win.
you would have to see the shows.
Yeah,
That's what
we
I'm
would
trying
have to
go.
like.
So, Cartoon Network. I'm just trying to think of some of the good shows.
Johnny
Teen
Bravo.
Titans Go.
Fire.
Phenomenal.
Fire.
Phenomenal.
So
TV
Teen
show.
Titans Go, that's one.
Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Laboratory.
I give that too.
Powerpuff Girls was on Cartoon Network.
I'll give you that one.
Ben 10. My kids
never
like
seen
that.
Yeah, I watched
Nah,
Ben 10.
Ben 10 ain't top 5 though.
Okay.
Justice League.
Justice
Johnny Bravo.
Adventure Time.
Adventure Time all day.
They did have that.
World of
I didn't
Gumball-
watch none of
Gumball
those
World?
shows.
Amazing World of Gumball.
I'm definitely giving that
Bakugan. Pat, you know you like that.
These are
What's
like
that?
newer.
Johnny Bravo.
Uncle Grandpa. Hilarious.
I liked Uncle
I
Grandpa.
like Uncle Grandpa
I
too.
didn't
Is that
watch
still
none of
on?
these shows.
No.
Yeah,
they
no,
canceled
it's
that.
over.
I don't like these shows.
Regular show.
Regular show. I love that. I love the
All
part.
right, let's talk about classics though.
Right, because Johnny Bravo was classic. And you ain't said
Johnny
that.
Bravo,
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls,
Yep.
We got that.
Grim, Bill and Mandy, whatever that one was.
I don't know.
It was a skeleton and a little girl.
Ed, and Eddie,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Me and my
Yeah,
two
yeah,
niggas, we like Ed, Ed,
Courage
and
the
Eddie.
Cowardly Dog,
Oh, I forgot
But that was
about
Nickelodeon,
that.
wasn't it?
No, that's
It
Cartoon
didn't-
Network.
It didn't start on Nickelodeon. Okay,
Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Samurai
Chicken.
Jack.
Who did Robot Chicken?
that's
Cartoon Network too.
Okay.
What else came on with? That's not Family
Rocko's
Guy.
Modern Life was Cartoon Network?
No, that was
No,
No,
that's
that was
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
Okay, it's under.
Scooby Doo, I guess.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo and Tom and Jerry count.
Them is classics.
Those
Okay.
are Hanna
Bro, but
Barbera.
Nickelodeon
Yeah.
has Doug
Duh.
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Yeah.
Which are
Yes.
top 2
And
cartoons.
Double
the
Dare.
gate.
All that's
All
those
that.
are top tier.
All that.
They had
all that double.
they
What
had-
is
they
it?
had-
The slime thing. Oh, that was
Double Dare.
Dare.
Oh, the Temple of the Hidden. Whatever. What was that game show?
SpongeBob.
Oh, stop it.
SpongeBob.
This conversation's over.
SpongeBob.
Shut
Now,
up.
I was saving
Everyone
that
stop
because
talking.
I needed to find something better than
There
SpongeBob.
is
I forgot SpongeBob was there.
SpongeBob kind of makes it win,
And-
but Cartoon Network could claim Dragon Ball Z if they wanted to, and everything on Toonami. But I don't know.
Robot Chicken. Robot Chicken is
I'm gonna
fire.
tell. Well,
bro.
I'm gonna tell you as a girl.
Oh, Boondocks.
That was on
That was
Cartoon
on
That was
Network.
on Cartoon Network
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Black
it's like
Jesus.
Adult Swim, but it is.
That's
it
still
is
the-
on
still the
there.
network.
So we're giving them Boondocks?
Okay, but I'm
And
gonna say,
Dragon Ball Z.
wait. I'm gonna say as a girl, I prefer Nickelodeon better because they have programming for girls. When you all these cartoons that y'all are naming outside of Powerpuff Girls, like everything else was made for little boys.
Well,
Hey,
how do you feel
Arnold?
as a girl, Pat?
That was for boys.
Yeah, but the girl, but the,
But
girl
the main
was there.
character was a boy.
Clarissa explains it all.
That was for
Clarissa
girls.
explains it.
That's
Yeah.
why Nickelodeon was better because there was so much stuff
But
that
if
I
Boondock-
could
but if
Neutron,
we're
Blue's
giving
Clues was on
Cartoon
Nickelodeon.
Network
Little Big.
Boondocks,
People used to say my son looked like Lil.
Are we giving Cartoon Network
definitely see that.
Boondocks? Are we giving them Boondocks?
Yes,
It doesn't matter.
That's what it was on.
I can't
if
go
you're
against
gonna do that, you have to
Boondocks.
give you have to give Nickelodeon all that and Kenan and Kel.
You
That's
do,
fine,
but
you
that's
can do that.
fine. That's classic.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Nickelodeon
You're taking
wins
those
there.
shows over Boondocks?
I thought I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I really thought I was gonna say Cartoon Network.
I thought I was, but
There's nothing better than
Nickelodeon.
SpongeBob.
Nickelodeon has
SpongeBob
all
and
that.
Rugrats are just top
SpongeBob.
And
tier.
Doug.
SpongeBob been inducted into like hip hop and black culture now. This with so many memes.
Yeah,
With all the memes.
low key.
Hip hop
Yeah.
or black, like Black Twitter for
Black
sure.
Twitter.
Yeah, black
Yeah.
The
Twitter.
memes,
Yeah.
but I don't know about hip hop.
I guess I was thinking like because the
He meant black
demographic is
people.
so much.
Oh yeah.
Just say
too,
black
but
people.
It does
you're
have
right,
a lot
black
of funny memes.
Just
like
say
the one
urban.
where he put his hand on the thing where he's
Yeah,
and
yeah.
eyed him and head out.
Yeah.
But I also thought SpongeBob would have been over, but it's been on for 12 seasons.
Yeah.
Most
SpongeBob is the
cartoons-
greatest cartoon in like out of all. of them.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
actually
realize.
don't think I would disagree with that.
I like even if you count Simpsons and Family Guy, like I think SpongeBob is.
I don't know that I'm
top
taking
tier.
over Family Guy though.
And Dora was on
Yeah, I
it.
would
Family
watch
Guy
Family
is
Guy
good.
over there.
Dora-
I would watch Family Guy over a lot of regular TV shows.
Overall, SpongeBob, Family Guy, and I would say South Park are probably the best cartoons of all time.
South Park was on
I
Comedy
watched
Central,
a lot of
Yeah,
Ren
yeah.
and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy was lit.
Really?
Yeah,
Bro,
Nickelodeon
Nickelodeon
has
probably
it.
make more money. They got
That was-
Blue's
it was
Clues,
a weird
Dora,
lane for them.
Diego.
I think a better. We probably should have did Disney and Nickelodeon because
Nah, I feel like
Network
Nickelode-
and Nickelodeon.
Nah,
Nickelodeon's
they-
gonna win.
They were neck and neck. and
This
neck more
was a
than-
good one because they're both like it really just depends on your tone of humor. I feel like which one you would
yeah,
go with.
Nickelodeon has had good shows for a long time.
Yeah, they have.
They've been
Rugrats
around way longer.
and Doug was like our child.
Well, they were.
Rugrats,
That's
Doug,
all that
man.
they were focused on too. Like,
Yeah.
and then they were one of the the forerunners of child entertainment. Like it was
Yeah.
really just because Disney they had a channel, but they were just playing like the old cartoons. They weren't creating a whole lot of new shows. Everything on Nickelodeon was created
original.
for Nickelodeon.
And
Yeah.
Meg is right. For having kids, Nickelodeon,
hands
Blue's
down.
Clues to Dora to Handy Manny
And
to
low-key-
then graduate.
Yeah.
And even like Paw Patrol is
Yeah.
super popular now.
I
And it's
remember
amazing.
watching Magellan's Castle. I remember watching Clarissa Explains It All. I
Yeah.
remember watching all that. Kenan and Kel.
That's what I'm
like-
saying because
Yeah,
they make
Cartoon
programming
Network
for
didn't
all
have a ton
ages,
of
whereas
stuff back
Cartoon
when they
Network
were-
it was more when we were older.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey
But
Arnold too.
But there was little
Hey, Arnold.
stuff that we watched as little kids, and then when we got to teenagers, there was still stuff on Nickelodeon that was.
What was
that we could
Recess
watch.
on?
Neither.
CW.
What was it on?
That was like
CW?
Channel 5 or something
Really?
like that.
It was
One
like
of those
CW or
random things.
Oh,
WB.
okay, because it's on Disney. That was a
Another
fire
crazy
cartoon.
thing is they don't claim it originally, but you can't deny that Nick at Night had some classics. I watched Fresh Prince on Nick at Night. Like
Yeah.
Nick
I love
at Night
Lucy.
had like
Yeah.
Lucy was on it, yeah.
I love
introduced
Lucy.
kids to like
I
a lot
Dream
of
of Jeannie.
interesting
I've seen a
sitcoms, too.
lot
Yeah,
of
they
I
had a-
love
they had a
Nick,
lot.
not Rick and Morty. Mork and Mindy. Used to
Oh
be on
shit!
Nick
I
and Mindy.
forgot about
Yeah.
Rick and Morty though.
That's
Rick
not
and
on
Morty.
either.
I know that's Cartoon Network, but that is
Is
that's,
it?
Rick and Morty.
No.
Yeah,
Is it?
Adult Swim.
That's
Oh,
what it
Adult
started
Swim.
on.
Yeah,
That's pretty strong.
That's a
but it's also
strong
very
ass-
new.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's so
So-
good though.
I feel like Nickelodeon has the Disney like longevity of like
Of a
they've
channel.
had cartoons
They have
for a
a
long
catalog,
time, and they don't. It's not like they're missing now.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like they're still making good cartoons, and good programming. I feel like
And they have an award show. Cartoon Network has never had an award show.
And they have game shows
Nick
on there.
Kids
They
show.
have
the
like
Kids
it's
Show
not
Work.
just cartoons either.
Is
A lot of the programming.
Do you think SpongeBob's stronger than Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Because fan base wise, those are probably the biggest on each.
Yeah.
I feel like
like-
SpongeBob
Wait,
is
in
probably
the
more
US or
universal than
globally?
Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Z.
because I feel like Dragon Ball
Globally.
Z is like niche. I think
no,
No,
it's
globally,
humongous.
globally.
Goku is
Dragon Ball
hosting the
Z.
new Olympics.
That's like people's
Yeah.
introduction into anime. Is
That's what I'm
Dragon
saying.
Ball
Globally,
Z.
it's Dragon Ball Z. In the U.S., it's definitely SpongeBob.
People don't like SpongeBob.
Nah, I
They
feel
don't
like
really watch
SpongeBob-
it like that.
Actually, I don't know. I never really.
They don't because
When I was in Japan, I
Nickelodeon
didn't
ain't
see.
everywhere. It's not in all foreign
weird
countries.
flex.
Here, let me see.
Wait, I don't think Nickelodeon was in Thailand when I lived there. Yeah, it's not everywhere.
I
live in
wonder what's
Taiwan?
bigger.
Thailand,
Kev, you be watching.
For how long?
second and third grade.
DoBoy lives in Thailand.
No, you be watching Nickelodeon.
You be watching cartoon. Hey Pat, you be watching Cartoon Network.
Just switched it to me.
I was gonna do it for DoBoy, but it didn't make as much sense. Hey, you were Walk DMC.
I tried to hold it. I was like,
They burned up though.
That's funny.
It took a minute, but they got there. They got there. I
All right,
like
is it
it.
time to vote?
All right, yeah, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get this one going.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon
Oh,
for the boy.
Okay, Nickelodeon,
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Nick,
didn't think so.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Same here, Nickelodeon.
I'm going Cartoon Network, bro.
Why?
Really?
I'm going because of the cartoons that I enjoy now.
Cartoons?
Yeah, the cartoons that I enjoy now. You thought I was going to double
You
down
sound
on
like
it.
E40.
Okay. I get more enjoyment out of Cartoon Network and Adult Swim.
Wait, what about when you were younger?
I hear what you're saying, but I'm talking about like right now. I can't. I appreciate the nostalgia.
You be watching
but I
cartoons
have
and
to go
drinking
off
coffee?
of what I like now. You say what?
You be watching cartoons and drinking coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He watched CNN at 14.
So now you watch
He's living his
cartoons?
life in reverse. When he was 14, he was like, man, Operation Desert Storm is really doing a number on our street. And now he watches that.
The economy's in the shitter.
It was horrible, man.
You're 9.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
economy's in the shitter.
Yeah. Tahir snuck the Wall Street Journal in the class. I gotta catch up with you. Why are you reading that?
Because the index is down. What do you mean? Why are you not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we made fun of you that one
Button-Up.
time. It was fun. I watched that clip a lot.
Oh man,
He
that
said
was.
your smile was on a
I
toaster.
made so many of those jokes in my new set because I was like,
oh,
it's too
it
good.
hits too.
Yeah.
He did it. He tried it that night at the
What?
union.
As he should.
The
Yeah.
jokes that we put on him,
Oh,
he
really?
used them that night, and it worked.
And I used them at Brea too. The W9,
The
like bringing
babysitter?
W9 to the
Put him down at 8.
the
Put him down at
sleepovers,
9:30.
the babysitter, all of that. I was like,
Yeah, use that on the
Yeah.
tour, the Slightly Problematic tour, coming to a city near you.
all right, so it looks like the Nickelodeons have it, but I'm standing my ground with Cartoon Network. You know what it is.
SpongeBob.
We'll be
Standing
right
your
back
ground
with the next
beef.
topic after this message.
What's up, peeps? This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew, and fellas, this message is for you. Let's talk about something serious, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Sex. All right? There it is. I put it out there. Sex. It's a real word. It's a real thing. You know what? We all like it. It is wonderful. It's magnificent. It's a great time, okay? If you want to improve your sex life, fellas, remember back in the days when you were always ready to go at the drop of a dime? Literally, just be like, oh, it's sex time? Oh, let's get the sex going. Remember that? If you want that old thing back, you need to hit up my good people over at BlueChew.com. Why? Why, you ask? Why should I hit them up? I'll tell you why. Because Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Now, why is that important? Why does that? I just said a whole lot of words at you, but what does that mean? This means that it's chewable. It is the first chewable. And because it's chewable, it works twice as fast as a pill. You know what I'm saying? Twice as fast. Not only that, you can take this anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. Listen, it doesn't get any better than this. But if you want better, how about this? Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians. So you don't have to go to the doctor's office. You don't have to wait in line at the pharmacy. You're not walking out with no package. It comes to your door in a discreet package, okay? I take it one step further. You want one more step? How about this? Right now, for our listeners, okay, whether you're listening, you're watching, you're streaming, however, visit BlueChew.com. That's BlueChew.com and get your first shipment for free. How much you say? I said free. Free $9.99. All you have to do is pay $5 for shipping. Come on. Come on. What's easier? What is easier than that? I'll tell you what. Absolutely nothing. So again, all you have to do is go to BlueChew.com. That's BlueChew.com and use the discount code SQUADD. What is the discount code? SQUADD. SQUADD. Again, that discount code is SQUADD. SQUADD. And get your first shipment of Blue Chew for free. All you have to do is pay $5 for shipping. Guys, you're welcome.
All right, going on to the last topic of this episode, we have Dreamville versus TDE.
This one's
Man,
tough.
this is
This
tough.
isn't as easy as I thought it
I
was.
thought it was
going
going
to
to be easier, but then I started looking at the whole roster,
Yeah.
and they got some hitters on each.
I'm
Yes.
going to jump out the gate, and I'm going Dreamville.
Yeah.
We're not even going to
Wait,
run out
out
the
the gate?
rosters?
Out
We're not
the
gonna run
gate.
off the rip?
And I'm going to tell
Okay.
you what I'm doing. I'm just set up. Tell you what I'm doing, and I'm
Okay.
going to break it down for
Okay,
you.
tell us what we're doing.
I'm going Dreamville, one, because I admire what J. Cole has built.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Top Dog has done a great job at honing on artists and helping them hone their sound, but finding artists. Like J. Cole is an artist,
Yeah.
and he did successfully what even Jay-Z couldn't do. like Jay-Z had a lot of artists on Rockefeller, I feel like, but it wasn't a lot of breakout
He
artists.
didn't make a lot of stars.
Yeah, it didn't make a lot of
I
stars.
think it's hard though. It's
Yeah.
like asking Michael Jordan to be a coach. It's like I can't coach you. I can just do the stuff. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
When you're that good, it's hard to coach.
He proved it at Rockefeller, but he also proved it when he was the president of Def Jam. Like,
Well, the rumor is he went to Def Jam not to be an artist developer, but to learn how the record business works so he could
Yeah.
do his own.
yeah.
And that's why he did it. Yeah, Jay-Z.
That
Turned out
makes
it might
sense.
not have been anything about like I'm going to develop artists. It's like it's hard to get in and learn the record industry unless you're on the inside.
He signed Rihanna and Rick Ross. Those are two pretty big signings.
That is true. That is true.
That
Those are
happened.
huge.
That is huge.
That's
However,
Wait, so wait, why, who on Dreamville do you
but
feel
wait,
like
he
makes it
signed. Are you sure he signed
signed
Rick
Rihanna.
Ross? I know he signed Rihanna.
Absolutely signed Rick Ross to Def Jam.
Okay.
Absolutely. I remember that.
They're still
Wait,
on
wait,
it?
so
They're
go
both still on
through
it?
the Dreamville
Well,
roster.
he's
and
not
tell me.
All right, so
Dreamville.
Dreamville.
J. Cole.
Yeah.
We got J.
JID.
Cole.
JID.
We got JID. We got
Cos.
Earth Gang. We have
Ari
Cos.
Lennox.
Lennox.
We have.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
Ooh,
Just wait.
I
Ari
want
Lennox
to
is on
jump in.
Dreamville?
Ari Lennox.
Don't listen to
I didn't
like-
know she was on Dreamville.
Yeah, Ari Lennox.
Okay.
You have
Kaz. Shout out to Kaz. I just met
Said
him.
Cos.
Yeah, we said Kaz.
He got balls.
Who else, Josh? Did we get everybody? Omen. Yeah, that's what I got. I forgot he signed with
Ain't
them.
there a boss too?
I
Cos
said
and
Boz. Yeah, Boz and Kaz.
Boz Cosmes.
Boss and
Earth
Cos?
Gang. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I said
we said
JID.
JID.
Guap
So we
Dad
got-
isn't
we
on
got-
Dream
we got-
Village.
No.
No. He
Now
just- he
who-
was just
now-
on the- he was on the
now-
the compilation.
Now, who of that group outside of J. Cole, the Dreamville compilation, and Ari, how many of them have solo albums?
JID.
JID.
JID has
has
a solo album? I
And
like
Earth
JID.
Gang.
All of the
I like
DiCaprios
Earth
are
Gang, too.
albums, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
they all have.
Everybody has
Yeah.
a solo album on
Okay.
there,
Okay.
except for like Omen right now. But he has mixtapes out. But Omen doesn't have one yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't think Kaz has a full album out yet.
Got it.
And then
He has an album.
TDE,
Okay.
But not with
Kendrick.
Dreamville.
Kendrick.
He does?
J-Rock,
Okay.
J-Rock.
Schoolboy.
Schoolboy,
Absol.
SZA,
SZA.
Isaiah Rashad.
Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I didn't know he
a-
was
he's a-
signed to TDE.
And
Oh,
Lance
SZA.
Skywalker too.
Who?
Yeah, Lance Skywalker.
Ooh, this one's-
TDE.
Okay, so here's the thing. They have a superstar that is considered one of the best.
Yeah. Right.
J. Cole and Kendrick, like, that's a pick your poison.
Right.
Like, you know
That's
what I mean?
personal
Like,
preference.
It's a personal
Yeah.
preference. Skill-wise, like,
makes
KOD was one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, J. Cole, what you got? You have
This
a
is
lot.
what you have.
Yeah.
sir.
Like
Yes.
he really is an amazing lyricist. They're kind of like two sides of the same coin as far as how
Yeah.
they do. And I can't like I prefer Kendrick, but that's just like it's not J. Cole's trash. Like
Right.
it's not like a big difference between the two. It's like Kevin Durant and LeBron. Like I like him or him, but either of those dudes gonna give you 40 and 10
Right.
and gonna be an all-star every year. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's like that. And then both of their rosters fill out very similarly.
Yeah, they really do.
Like,
Like SZA and
Ari,
Ari, like
Jid and J Rock, like
But actually, Jid is very comparable to Kendrick. I'm
He
going to be
is.
completely
I'm
honest
not gonna
with you.
lie.
So that's what my
Like,
one thing about that. that's
sometimes
what
I
was
hear
gonna
it
say
and I
about
think it's
TDE.
Kendrick. I'll be like, is this
Dreamville,
Yeah.
the second best star from TDE versus the second best star from Dreamville.
who's the second best on TDE?
Schoolboy. Schoolboy
Absol.
Q.
Schoolboy or J Rock?
Schoolboy J. I would say Schoolboy. though.
Schoolboy's
J.
bigger.
Rock,
They're
like,
both phenomenal, but
They're
I would
both
say
phenomenal.
Schoolboy's
but
bigger.
I think with Dreamville,
Schoolboy's bigger. I think he's a little
Schoolboy's
bit bigger.
Definitely bigger. I feel like JID is clearly the next.
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
And I feel like
absolutely.
JID
Yeah,
is
that-
above Schoolboy or J Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Lyrically.
Oh, absolutely.
But the next people down, J Rock and Schoolboy.
Yes.
Dreamville, you're further down the order. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Well, I don't know
Like,
because here's the thing. We got Earth Gang, right? And
Yeah.
Earth Gang.
Who's in that?
I
we
forget
got
the guy's
Earth
name.
and then the gay.
But Earth Gang has been likened to the greats of
Outkast.
Outkast.
You put me up on them on tour.
Yeah, man.
I don't think
Like-
TDE has an act
duo.
like Earth
Like a
Gang.
group?
Black
Have a
hippie.
duo.
They have a black
And
collectively.
TDE.
But that's just the same
all of them
people.
together.
Earth
Yeah.
Gang is separate people,
They're
right?
a whole
They
duo.
don't have a group like that. So that's where the imbalance starts because they have an Earth Gang, which has been likened to the greats of like an Outkast.
Yeah.
Like they don't have that right now. Don't get me wrong. Isaiah Rashad, hands down, low key is one of the dopest artists that's most slept on
Super dope.
TDE.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
they also have Reason. Now Reason is crazy with the
Reason
wordplay.
is I don't know reason.
Reason is similar to Kaz, but I feel like he has a better cadence and a better flow. So like him and Kaz would be like on the same level, but I would rock with Reason.
But this is the thing that's tough too. Dreamville actually has a compilation album and TDE does not, right?
They did. No,
I
I
don't
think
feel like
they
they
did the
have
Champions tour, but I don't think they released.
They don't have
it
like,
now.
and
they
that
don't have
TDE
a-
album was really solid.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
solid.
I'm sorry,
the
the
Dreamville,
Dreamville
Revenge of the
album
Dreamers
was really good.
Let me tell
And
you
this
what
is the
about
third
that.
installment.
Really good.
This is the
That
third
process,
installment.
I don't even rap, but I would just, as a lover of music, I would just love to be there.
Oh man,
This guy, Josh got to
Guns.
go.
Joshy Guns.
Josh didn't get to go. Oh, you went to the festival. You went to the festival.
And see, and this is one thing that
Sorry, Josh.
this is one slight that I have with TDE. I wish we got more music from Absol because I actually really like Absol.
At the
And
beginning,
Schoolboy.
Absol
I feel like
was
we could
way
get more.
higher.
I get more because we just got one for Schoolboy
Schoolboy
last
said he
year.
wants to be around his daughter more.
You know what I'm saying? But like,
That's
I feel
right.
like
Yeah, he
Absol,
said,
I'd be
I'm
like,
like,
I be
I
wanting to
wanna
hear
be
more
at
of
soccer
him, and I
games.
don't. So I'd be like,
Absol kind of
Yeah.
he kind of introduced TDE to Reason. That's kind of how Reason got in,
Right.
Because they from the
Absol
same
was
city.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Black Lip
Like,
Bastard.
This is
Damn.
a really tough.
This one's tough.
Wait, okay, so what about the first ladies of each one of them?
Ari and
Ari,
SZA,
that's
both,
just
both the year they
amazing.
released their album.
Both
Both of those
amazing.
albums were my favorite R&B album of that year.
That's
Control,
hard.
2017 was
Yes.
Control or 2016?
2017.
2017 Control and Shea Butter Baby last year. Both of them. I
don't
listened
know
to them.
how to.
SZA has a song with Chance called November, and it is amazing, dog. Like
Yeah.
it is one of my favorite songs.
I met Ari a couple of times, as great as advertised.
Yes.
We met her at YouTube, and then we met her at Essence.
Mm-hmm.
She likes pictures of Baby on stage. She is hilarious.
Yes,
Really?
she
If
looks
you
like
watch
it.
Ari Lennox's
Yeah.
live,
on her
she
Yeah,
Twitter,
she
is, bruh. There's a
very
Twitter
real
account
about
that is just her lives. Like those like interludes in her album. They're just clips from her lives.
Oh wow.
Like
I
I gotta turn off these garbanzo beans.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just she be on live,
Yeah.
like legit funny, like regular comedian creators funny. Like,
Right.
you know
She
what I mean?
fine. And thick as hell.
She is a great, but I mean, like they're like neck and neck. But the Control album,
yeah.
I freaking loved that album. It was like, oh my god, this
Both
is
of them
And
were
this-
great albums.
And this was making this one's tough for me too because I rock with both Kendrick and J. Cole, but J. Cole has more albums now than Kendrick, right?
It might be the same, I think.
No, because Kendrick has
think J. Cole
Good
has
Kid,
more.
Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly.
Are you
Damn.
counting Section 80?
I'm not. Oh yeah, Section 80.
And you have
The Untitled album.
Yeah.
well,
I don't
yeah.
really
got
count
it
them.
right. You got it. It's an album, man.
Okay,
You
Untitled.
gotta count that.
And then you got.
Didn't it win the Pulitzer
And then you got
Prize
what the
for that
warm up
Uh-huh.
with J. Cole. What was the second one?
Sideline Story.
Sideline Story.
2014 Forest
Born
Hills Drive.
Sinner,
Warren Center.
Forest Hills Drive.
Forest Hill Drives. KOD. For your
For Your
Also,
Eyes.
a 6 to 5. Ah, this.
That's what I'm saying. That's almost a
Basically,
wash.
I don't know how to
Same.
pick this one.
Bro,
This one's tough.
I'm gonna tell you. I
think because I listen to so
love
much of both
Kendrick.
of them.
I love both. I love both
Yeah.
of them.
I love both
Hands
groups
down,
so
love,
much, and I feel
love
like
J.
they
Cole, I
are.
love Kendrick, and I feel like to both come in the game at around the same time, both blow up around the same time, and both give us amazing content at the same time. I can appreciate it, but I really admire what J. Cole has done with his fame to
Yeah.
not only make himself on and get himself on, but to also give people from the same or similar backgrounds
Yeah.
to him where they wouldn't
But
have had
Kendrick's
this
doing the same
chance.
thing though.
Who for who?
For the other artists.
Schoolboy
He doesn't.
Q,
He doesn't
J-Rock.
own Top Dog. He doesn't
Oh,
own
that's
Top Dog.
true.
Record. Top owns Top Dog. That's
Oh,
not Kendrick's
I,
label.
okay.
I always
Okay.
forget about that.
Yeah, that's
I
not
feel
his
like
label.
they're synonymous, but you're right. It's
That's
So
technically
J.
Top Dog
Cole
label.
created
That's not
Dreamville.
right.
But here's one
J.
thing,
Cole
and I know this
created
is just a
that. He
small
created
thing.
that.
J. Rock's verse on Money Trees might be my favorite feature.
Yeah.
Of the bro, I'm gonna take your watch and tell you what time it is.
Yeah.
Take your Jordans and tell
Tell
you
you
you can
where
wear Foot
Foot Locker is? That
I
was
was
crazy.
like,
That was
oh
crazy.
my god, because
And
that's the first thing I had ever heard of J. Rock.
Yeah.
That is, and then his album, Championship
Oh, yeah.
or Championships,
Yeah.
or Win
Redemption.
Redemption.
Right.
Bro,
then-
not only is he rapping about money and stuff, he was rapping about when he got in that motorcycle accident and
Yes.
everybody didn't care about him no more.
J-Rock?
Yeah,
And
bro.
90059 was a dope album too.
Yeah,
That
it
one-
was.
that album,
slapped. One
fire.
of the most slapped on albums of that year.
That got me through a lot too.
Oh,
Bro,
my God.
I listened
and
to that album a
low
lot.
key, I found out about Kendrick Good Kid, Mad City, which is top 5, one of my favorite rap albums, like a classic piece of work. So then Josh was like, yo, you should go back and listen to Section 80.
Yo.
Bro, you can
I
see
still haven't even
the
done that.
evolution of
Yes.
Kendrick into who he is now
Yes.
from Section 80.
But he was always there. He was always mentally like just
Yes.
eons ahead of a lot of
But
rappers.
Blow My High is one of my favorites. Bruh, the sample is perfect. The
Yeah.
chorus is perfect. It is just like, as a work of art. But the other problem is J. Cole has those same type of things.
Bro,
like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's like I
let me
can't.
take
Does, but you're right. It's preference.
Right.
It's
Listen,
preference. It comes down to your
this
personal
is also
preference.
what gave J. Cole the edge. This right here is gonna put the nail in the coffin. 2018, J. Cole murdered every feature he did. Every
That is
feature he
true.
got
You
on,
said like $25,000 a word or something.
bro,
Man.
he literally set out
Right.
to destroy every verse that he was on, and he did it for a year straight. Like no one, like every verse he was on as a feature, he outshined the person's whose song it actually was.
And he went
And
platinum
he
with no
went
features.
double platinum.
Yeah,
double
Kendrick
platinum.
With no
and he did it
features.
with two albums.
Two albums.
The last two
Yeah.
albums.
Well,
went
the last
plat-
one just went platinum. The first one did.
But I'm saying
Force of
still-
Drought went double platinum.
But still to go platinum.
No, I'm
just
not.
platinum.
I'm not knocking it.
Yeah,
I'm just
without any
making.
features.
But I'm saying
clarity.
he had two albums that go platinum.
And rappers don't
Yeah.
be doing that.
At
They really don't.
all.
They
That
don't.
they don't be doing. And I'm not necessarily like against it because I
Yeah.
feel like Kendrick, the rest, they all pick good features.
Absolutely.
And Kendrick's not feature heavy where it's like 3 or 4 people on each song,
Right.
which I'd be like, bro, I wanted to hear your album.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hear you plus 8 dudes on every song.
Right.
But so when you hear like that's why I like J. Cole. When you want to listen to J. Cole on his album, it's
You don't-
just
just
him.
J. Cole?
Or it's Kill Edward, who also is J. Cole. But he's from a different point of view. Kill Edward is like when I saw KOD, I was like, who's Kill Edward? And there's features. But then Josh was like, it's his alter ego. I was like, whew.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think that if I would narrowly go with TDE, and the main reason is because his Kendrick's supporting cast has more workout that I have listened to. So Schoolboy is like going on his 3rd or 4th album.
Yeah.
J Rock is going on his 3rd or 4th. Black Hippie, if they do it, that'll be their 1st album. So I just feel like since they have,
So it's a long because
it's just
they've been out
more
for
that I've
longer.
consumed. Like I haven't heard Kaz's album yet, which I know is fire. You know what I'm saying? And I know that they all have the ability to make dope music, but I just haven't. I've already sat with the TDE catalog a little bit longer.
Do you
So-
think
I'm at.
also
Very
part of
narrowly,
it
though.
is that you're like West Coast
I
and,
was gonna say that
and
because
TDE's
TDE
West Coast based music?
it could.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
you
might
right.
play
It's
into it a little
absolutely
bit.
because
That is a big
It
part
could.
of it.
Yeah.
Boz
Yeah.
has out three albums.
Oh my God,
Boz
Boz's
has-
album Milk?
Yes.
We didn't
And
even
the
talk
song-
about that.
And that's just
Oh.
the EP, but he has 3 albums out, but that's just the EP. And
But
and
Milk was-
Everything I've heard from
Yeah.
Boz,
I
love.
totally forgot about
All of
Boz.
Yeah.
He's on
All
Dreamville.
of
Boz is
He's on
dope.
Dreamville.
Okay, yeah.
yes.
And the
Earth-
song-
I'm not familiar.
Earth Gang has
Oh.
out. Earth Gang has
We
3
thought the album
EPs
was
out,
Milkshake, but
1
it's just
album. JID has 2 EPs out, 1 album.
Yeah.
So like when it comes to body of work, they're still pretty evenly stacked. It really
Boz.
comes down to a preference.
Yeah.
And it really comes down to
And
like
it's recent. Like
Yeah.
Dreamville is very recent.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't
And
Right.
they've
sleep.
done so much.
And then one of the great things
in a
about
very long,
this
short amount
last
of time.
Revenge of the Dreamers, like it was kind of like how you were talking to Brennan, like get the people invested in the project. They were
Yeah.
putting out the artwork from inside of the studio.
Freaking Blue the
They-
Great
Yeah.
did the album cover.
We
Oh,
knew,
yeah.
but Blue did TDE too. He
No,
did,
I'm just saying he
yeah.
did Revenge of the Dreamers
Yeah.
album cover.
Yeah, but he also did he did
Schoolboys.
He
He
did
did do
Isaiah
Schoolboy.
Rashad.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
he
Blue the
did-
Great.
He did those Jordans.
He did the
Yeah,
Jordans.
I got him.
Yeah. So
He used to
like
work in
it's
our
pretty
office.
evenly stacked. Like it really just gonna
He
come down to
deserved it.
premise.
Might be my most difficult one.
This one is
It's not. I mean,
honestly, to me, like I said, I think it's regional because when I think about J. Cole's from North Carolina, JID's from Atlanta, like everybody, it's very East Coast, Southern for Dreamville, and then it's very West Coast for TDE. So more than likely, it's like, what kind of music?
I don't
do
know
you like to
because
listen
Isaiah
to?
Rashad is from the South.
I know, but he's like
He
the
from, like,
only-
Tennessee.
Him and who else?
Yeah.
Um,
SZA, I don't
She
think
has
SZA's
roots.
from
She has
I don't think
roots.
SZA's
She has
from West
roots.
Coast.
I think, but she's been here.
Yeah, she been here
she
long.
been here for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah.
So that to me, it's just like, what kind of music do you prefer to listen to? And I remember I interviewed JID one time, and I will tell you, he's the most humble dude ever. Like,
great.
and before, and the sad part about it was before I interviewed him, I had no clue about his music. I just was like, okay, I know he's on Dreamville, but I don't really. And so then when I interviewed him, I was like, oh, he's chill. And I went and listened to his music after the interview. I was like, yo,
This
feel
is
like
good.
that-
This
like
is-
really
I feel
good.
like he
Shot
has
your shot.
He has the potential to be the biggest star outside of Cole and Kendrick.
Yes.
Yes.
He has the potential on either label to be the
Yes.
biggest star.
Yes.
Absolutely.
One
by
of the great
far.
things about him is like he's not just a rapper. Like he can harmonize on his own music. Or like if you go back and listen to
JID?
EPs, like
Coochie
he
ring, nipple ring, lick 'em
he
both, do
goes
my thing.
in, bro. Like he is an amazing, well-rounded artist. Yes, and I honestly, I said this when I first got wind of him and Earth Gang back when they were doing what was it, Scared Bears? Not Scared Bears, but what was that group before them? Something before they signed to
Berenstein
Dreamville.
Bears.
No, before they signed to Dreamville, they had another group. Yeah.
Now this
Village, something like that.
Slum Village.
No, not Slum Village. No. Like,
But this might
That's
be
him in the bathtub.
I was saying that JID. I just heard it.
I didn't want it to work, but I was like, it's gonna happen either way.
the album
Go
cover.
like Hobbit and stuff. He's like, Spillage Village.
But he has the potential to be bigger
Man.
than Cole.
This might
He has the
sound as a
hold
little.
on, let me just finish. He has the potential to be bigger than Cole and Kendrick.
You talk JD?
Yeah,
Yeah.
JID.
Yeah.
And Earth Gang has the potential to be as great, if not greater, than Outkast.
I haven't heard the big crossover record from a JID yet. If it might be out there, I just haven't heard it. I ain't saying
know
it don't
if he's
exist.
he hasn't had a monster hit yet. I don't
That's
think.
what I'm saying.
But it's,
Schoolboy
I'm
has
telling you,
like
it's coming.
Everybody's
It's
bubbling.
coming
I'm
for
pretty
sure.
sure it would.
It's
No,
coming
but I
real
think
soon.
DoBoy's
Right,
point is a
right.
valid one.
Exactly.
It hasn't happened yet,
Right.
but we're also really early on them.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
right,
Dreamville
right.
is still bubbling right now.
Dreamville's definitely still bubbling, but technically, you're right. Schoolboy Q, they've had because
like
they've been
hits,
out longer.
right,
Yeah.
They've
You've
they've
been able
had
to
the
sit with
opportunity.
it for a little bit longer, so that's the.
If you take potential into the equation, I feel like potential-wise, Dreamville,
Oh.
their potential is far.
Well, it's because a
I
lot
don't
of people
know.
on TDE like were big at one point and then they kind of fizzled out. So
Yeah,
it's like
Schoolboy
there's not
was-
a lot of potential on
Schoolboy
TDE
said,
that I know
"I'm
about.
cool off rapping." He literally said, "I'd rather go
J
to my
Rock was like
doctor's."
but a lot of people don't know. J Rock was actually the bigger artist on TV
Yeah.
in the beginning.
No,
was
no,
the
he
first- he
talks
was the
about
first-
it.
yeah,
He
he
talks
was
about
the
it
big
in
artist, too.
Win.
Right.
He was there before Kendrick came, and
Right.
then it was Kendrick, then
Yeah.
Schoolboy, then Ab. So
just
J
a
Rock
man.
was the
And
original
that's
artist.
why I enjoyed that album so much, because it's like he had to make that, watching those other dudes pass him by, like he got signed big money, like all that stuff. And he talks
He
about
had
it
the
so
single with Wayne.
Yeah, he talks about that so clearly in that album. It's just like, and that's why I feel like maybe I like that about TDE. Like they seem to have some great storytellers.
Oh, yeah.
On their, and
Yeah.
I tend to prefer that type of rap. J. Cole is also good at it as well.
And
But
J.I.D.
Kendrick tells. His albums are what I like about albums. This is a complete theme. It's a thought process. It's
Schoolboy does that
section
too.
A
of
lot of
time.
people on Dreamville are just bars just for bars. Like it's
That
like
is true.
which is a very specific part of
Right.
rap. It's like
Yeah.
competitive, let me impress you and stuff
Word
like that.
play.
And it's just like bar. I got to keep rewinding it and stuff, but I feel like a lot of TDE is like a story. Like
Oh, yeah.
even if it's just like on some hood shit, like Schoolboy can just take you down Fig Street and you're like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know where that
Took
is.
you on part two, like,
I know
bro.
where that's
Kid
at.
Mad
Right.
City.
Yeah.
And let us just go over a little bit to here. Don't rush.
Okay.
When I moved to LA, right? That album came out like the time I moved to LA. I used to ride my bike at this time. Obviously, I stopped.
Clearly.
But it was almost like reading a book. You know, a good
Right.
book can like transport you to like where you can like see this, like you could see Kendrick's choices about being affiliated but not in a gang. Like
Yeah.
all his albums are like that. But I don't really frequent that part of LA. It's really far from where I live. But it's such a clearly painted picture
Right.
that it's, and I love that about his album. They're all like that too.
Right.
Like even Untitled Unmastered and To Pimp a Butterfly, they're very themed.
But wait, that's the same thing. You could say the same thing about J. Cole when he
No, I
talks
said that about J. Cole.
about Fayetteville.
But
if you go
J-Rock
to Fayetteville,
does-
you're gonna have the same
Fair
situation.
enough.
J-Rock does the
Forest
same
Hills
thing
Drive.
too, and I actually lived in Fayetteville. And you talk about beloved person.
Yeah.
J. Cole is like literally nobody else is from Fayetteville.
But did J. Cole bring you there like Kendrick did with his album?
yeah.
I don't think that he
Yes.
did.
But
that's
that's
no
only
shade
That's
to
only
him.
because
No,
you
it's
haven't
not.
been there though. Like if you
Right,
go
right,
to
right.
Fayetteville
Yeah,
and then you go
that's-
listen
no,
to
no, no,
24.
no.
Hold on,
What
If
Kendrick
you
did
go-
on that album was special.
Wait,
and
hold on.
different.
Kev
saying.
has actually been to Fayetteville. Did you feel like it was like?
well, it's
something
kind
he
of
said on
hard
the-
because I've been there. Like,
Well, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
But Nas has put me in the worst part of New York that I've never been myself.
Yeah.
If you listen to
Okay.
Thief's Theme by Nas,
Woo!
you're literally in the worst part of New York.
Fact.
And you're looking around and he's descriptive enough to say what the rats are doing and shit. Like
That's a
it's
fact.
literally crazy. And I've never done that. So I know that good rappers can put you somewhere because I'm never in those places. So if you think about like Kendrick and Schoolboy, even Absol was talking about what, Carson?
Yeah.
yeah.
Or J Rock making an album called 90059, literally his zip code.
So that's regionally for me that hits harder, but it's like I don't think it matters if you've physically been there or not.
But
That's
also,
what rap is.
part of that, for me at least, is because we kind of grew up watching hip hop movies like Boys in the Hood and stuff. We kind of had an idea about Inglewood from all those hood classic movies.
Yeah.
New York too. Fayetteville's the only one that there's
doesn't
no
even have a
movies about
legend.
that.
Yeah. True.
There's no legend about Fayetteville, so it's there's some things that you're
Well,
connecting to.
Clips and Pharrell did a great job talking about what Virginia Beach is.
That is
and
a fantastic
I've never
point.
heard anything about that.
That is literally
like
set me
Virginia
right up.
Beach was like a very like vivid picture when Clips was hot, and Pharrell did a good job of it too. And I was just like,
that's a good point.
a-
That was a
know.
very solid point. That was
I'm
really
gonna
was
have
like,
to make some decisions. I've made mine.
Okay, so
TDE.
here's what my thought process is. If you're ranking the top of the top, Kendrick and J. Cole is a toss-up.
Yeah.
It's a personal preference.
For
If
you?
you're for me and probably most people, for strength of roster, I feel like Dreamville's a little stronger
think so,
of a
too.
roster, but for potential, Dreamville potential,
Yeah.
it's not even close.
Yeah.
I feel like TDE, they have more people who may be at their prime or past their prime.
Right.
And Dreamville,
That's what I was gonna say.
but the thing about potential, sometimes it's not actualized.
Yeah.
So I would think if we're going to go into the decisions, I would have to say Dreamville.
What?
Even though Kendrick might be my favorite
Oh,
rapper outside of Toby,
wow. All right.
I think for strength of label, Dreamville, what they do as a collective, like I want to hang out at the Dreamville thing.
Right, right.
I enjoy the music from TDE, but Dreamville is like part of it. I want to go to the festival. When J. Cole was
They got
he was
TDE
doing what
festival,
song
too.
was that, Josh, where he was paying homage to someone who, was it Nipsey? At his festival where he was talking about it and he started crying. Yeah. So at that, like, I wasn't even there, and I was like, man, I wish I was there. And the fact that J. Cole has his own festival is also super dope. So I think final answer, the slightest of anything we've ever done on this show, slightest razor thin edge to Dreamville.
All right, so it's 2-1. So who you got, Pat? Let's let Meg be
Well,
the final decider.
who voted? Oh, you said
He got
Dreamville.
Dreamville. I said TDE. Who you got?
I was a little quiet this round just due to ignorance. I didn't want to like speak on. I'm still ignorant. I'm just getting up on like how good JID is. So I'm just on the Dreamville side of things. Like I know that a lot of them are good. I actually hung out with JID and Earth Gang for a whole day without knowing who they were.
Really?
Yeah.
They never bothered to say I'm
That's how they're so humble though.
They're very
don't-
cool
How were they?
people.
Oh,
They're
they
awesome.
seem really
Yeah,
cool.
they're
Regular
dope.
people, yeah.
And I knew there
that's
was somebody,
cool.
but because like a couple people would stop.
That's such a Pat thing. Pat would be
is.
like with the president.
It
of
was
the
at,
United
like,
States and be like,
Comic-Con.
oh, you run the country?
Hold on, you hung out with JD all day and never were like, hey, man,
Never
what's
put
your
it
name?
Because
together.
it was like there's people who were dressed up as like what are those wives that show about the I don't know.
Handmaid?
There was just a lot of people like in Comic-Con stuff, so there was a lot of stuff to
Cosplay?
talk about. Yeah, housemaids,
Handmaidens.
Handmaids.
handmaids, whatever. I'm being judged for not knowing
Pat's just
handmaids
hanging
are?
out with people. Who are you? I'm President Bill Clinton. Oh,
Nice.
I thought you
Good
were
to meet
old.
you. So I just wasn't really up on a lot of JID and just coming up TDE, like Absol and Schoolboy. I just like them better, and it's a California thing. But for me, on a boss level, I like Kendrick worlds more than J. Cole. And I think one thing we didn't talk about is that so many people like Kendrick that it kind of spills into the roster. Like I think he makes up for a lot of the flack.
True. He
does.
I know a lot more people who don't like J. Cole than Kendrick. So if 1 billion people like Kendrick and 700 million people like J. Cole, I still feel like Dreamville still fills out like a little bit, but it's still not like Kendrick alone kind of makes up for a lot of the roster. And then you have Schoolboy and Absol.
He is a
Yeah.
he is
that's-
him and Toby are my favorite
and he has
rappers.
a Pulitzer Prize.
That's what I'm saying. Like just Kendrick is just kind of
Nobody
on
else
another
is
level.
rapping at his level,
No.
but J. Cole is right there.
He's
If
crazy.
If they ever did
good.
an album
Kendrick would be
together, I
like
would
the
just
MVP
shit
of the
myself.
NBA, and J. Cole would be first team All NBA, All Stars. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it's not a big drop, but I do agree.
But the
with you.
drop is significant.
It's like the drop from LeBron to the next best players. Like, bro,
Right.
y'all hooping, but he's also Bron.
right. So,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that's what
He's
Kendrick
also
is for
Bron.
me. Like, and part of it, you know what I like about music, and Pat really made like when you enjoy an album, there's very little to do that can change that. Like Kendrick has like 3 of those albums for me. Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn, and even
Yeah.
like Section 80 is growing on me. Like these are like
And
perfect
TDE has been
albums.
quiet for a minute, and we don't really notice like that. Like Dreamville is like over. It's like this guy's good, this guy's good, this
Yeah.
guy's good.
Yeah.
But people are still kind of repping TDE the same way, even though it's not as crazy as it was. But Kendrick's been holding it down.
TDE's probably a little top heavy compared to Dreamville.
oh,
Yes,
absolutely,
absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah, for
Right.
sure.
So Pat, where you
So what
going?
did you
Hold on.
TDE.
TDE.
Oh, so you're the tiebreaker.
Okay. No pressure, man. But like, make a
Yeah,
smart
there's,
decision.
little pressure.
there's a
You're
lot.
from the South,
I know, but
and nobody really
so
raps for the
there's
South like that. And the South has always had. The
Okay,
Isaiah
you
Rashad's
know
from the
what?
South.
All right.
Remember, the South never really got the respect.
So I'll make this analogy. It may
Pass
not
the
be a
torch.
good
Shut
one,
up.
but I'll say that TDE is like Instagram and then Dreamville is like TikTok. because it's newer
I
and
know
it has
exactly
the
what you're
potential
saying.
to
That was
like blow.
That was a
I
fantastic.
got it
everything out the water.
Yeah.
That is a great analogy.
So it really depends on where you're from, how old you are, like what you know, that kind of. So
We got it.
okay,
TikTok is
That
like,
was a very
Yes.
clear analogy.
Yeah.
and it's like
Like
TikTok
this.
is still popping too.
Yeah.
it
It
is
just has
and
potential.
yeah, so I think because of that, I'm gonna go with Dreamville.
There it is.
I'm going
This
with
is the
Dreamville.
couch.
I would have thought that would have pushed you to
This-
TDE.
I thought it was going that way too. I was like, well, we're out of
I'm gonna
here.
go with Dreamville because
So you're gonna go with the new thing, the new
Yes,
trendy
because
thing.
because of the potential for it to go any which way, and meaning there's a lot of people on TDE that are great and they're dope, but I don't know if they can keep going.
Where the growth
But I
is
don't
gonna
know that
go.
I don't-
TikTok
I-
could
I-
ever
I-
be bigger than Instagram.
But here's
That's
the
what
thing.
she should
wrong.
go. That's why
Exactly.
she. I think that's her whole point. Like,
But you know where TDE is. I don't know if this is the climax and they're plateauing, or if they're
Right, they're gonna-
They've already had a climax.
That's
Are they
what
going
I-
to keep going? I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know, Dreamville is still on the rise, so they have the potential to be even bigger. They haven't hit a plateau at all yet. So because of that, I'm going with Dreamville.
That's good. Dreamville is a stronger label.
I'm not mad at either one.
Yeah.
that you
It's a
picked.
stronger
At least.
label,
And
but
I will say
more
this,
people like TDE.
I've heard
Yes.
a lot of songs from like I wasn't even a big. I'm not a big hip hop fan. I'm more into R&B. But I will tell you, every song that I've ever heard. On Dreamville, I've liked, and I didn't even know it was a Dreamville song. Like,
it's
there's
such a
there's
good curated
yeah, like
label
it's like
for
I'm like,
for
wait.
J. Cole.
Right, and there's like
you know
some
what I
really-
mean?
But then I can listen to a couple of songs and a few albums from different artists on TDE, and I'll be like, I'll skip that song. But overall, the album's good. But there's songs that I'll skip. I haven't really found too many songs that I'll skip on Dreamville.
Dreamville works together better too.
They do.
Absolutely.
Because TDE, Black Hippie is dope, but that's like touch and go. Black Hippie is amazing, but it's like
Right.
Dreamville seems like they're always in the studio together.
I think I would want to hang out at Dreamville a little more.
Yeah.
J. Cole probably sees just a little bit more fun at game night than Kendrick.
You think so? We said the opposite
I
on
would
this
love
show.
to have Schoolboy and J Rock on my side in game night.
J. Cole for Taboo. I
We
mean,
literally had a
I'd
joke
rather
about
have
this.
Ari
did.
Lennox
We
on
did.
my team.
That's
than-
crazy.
I
You
think
guys changed
Ari
that.
is more personable than SZA. I feel like I know more about her just for her being like, I'm gonna get on my live
man,
today. And I
Ari's
feel
new
like,
apartment song was
I love
such a
that
perfect
record. Oh,
song.
man.
Like that should be in movie
Yo.
score. It was just like I remember my first apartment. Like yes, I literally.
This is mine.
This is my, and it was literally small and trash.
Yep.
But I remember that feeling of like I just got my Demetrius Harmon. He got a new apartment and he was playing that song, and I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
But SZA too, though, like all that stuff with
That
her
side
grandma.
chick
I like
stuff,
SZA more.
Yeah.
bro. Like that.
Side Chicks was
album?
I
united.
think I like
everywhere.
SZA more than Ari.
All right, well, there we have it, man. Looks
Man, that
like
was a good one
Dreamville
to
is
hear.
taking it
Yes.
to the win. Taking it to the win. What was that?
You just let somebody else
Taking
do
it
the
to the
closeout.
house. Well, listen, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you keep sending in those suggestions. You can hit me up on Instagram. Just shoot it to the inbox, man. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.